the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And some room to roam now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Smith going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, this is Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here's Smith. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
20.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis with the carry on second down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
15.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. He's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And they'll bring him down at the 26. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Smith on 3rd down. They'll check it down to Geis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Smith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Smith. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin.
Settle down, huh?
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty is Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. It's Geis, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. Off to Geis on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And caught left side, Olsen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
I always laugh when I see guys like Deron Payne play because their ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage, to find weak spots in the offensive front and get upfield and make plays. That's what they call playing the piano in the NFL. Those guys who can move it and then get to the quarterback.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's in.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right.
Back to throw, Smith. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Panthers coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Newton. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Pernell McPhee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right. Yellow. 15, yeah. 15, yeah.
After the interception, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
15, yeah. Yellow.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Hey, gun.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it up. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Hopkins kick. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it's complete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So out now come the Redskins. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Good blitz. Orange. Regular.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught at the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K1 short. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him offsides. Out of the gun, Newton. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Come on now.
Newton on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. There he goes inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Gun. Hey, get right down.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally different.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Second and 10, Newton again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
To throw on third down, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead. Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now. Newton now to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the 50, it's Smith. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther.
Starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Smith. Out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 3rd and long. It's Smith. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 42 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a run with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
That's right now. That's it.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for our...
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose.